Hello friends, how are you? This video clip is on the subject the dyeing, textile dyeing, that is vat dyeing. See, vat dye everybody knows. It is a very popular dyes. It is the oldest dyes, right? See, by this video I am going to complete 1 year. I am happy to say I am completing 1 year in this my Veeranna tutorials YouTube channels. I am very much thankful to YouTube team. I am very much thankful to my subscribers. I am very much thankful to my audience all over the world. Thank you very much once again. Okay, now I'll start topic. This vat dye is a first dye started with indigo. I don't need to give brief introduction or history about the vat dye. Vat dye, the history itself saying, in the medieval stage, if we go the world history, the medieval history, the dyeing of the cotton fabrics, that is cellulosic fabrics, started with the blue juice, that is natural vegetable plant juice, that is indigo. Indigo is the dye, natural dye used for dyeing the cotton fabrics in the history. This indigo dye, the method of dyeing the cotton fabrics is different. Different means technically compared to 21st century. The class of dye, this is a class of dye. Indigo dye is a class of dye. The name given, the method of dyeing, the way the fabric is dyeing by using indigo is due to the word vats. Vats means in olden days the process, the tubs, wooden tubs used for coloring of the fabric. That wooden tub or vessel is used to call vats. The coloring of the vats done in the coloring of the fabric done in vats. Okay, so the name comes to vat dyeing. Tub dyeing, vessel dyeing, so vat dyes. Vat dyes is started from the wooden tub in the medieval period, and slowly in 1900 on, that is 25, in 1900 onwards, the synthetic dye come into pictures because of the popularity of the indigo. Popularity of the indigo even in denims. The main utilization of the indigo dye is in denims. Okay, that is indigo. Now, in this you see this much of notes is there. You can take the notes or screenshot. You can pause the video. Okay, you can pause now itself. Pause the video and take it. Notes. Just this is summary of the vat dyeing. See, what are the classes of dyes? Classification of dyes. How is classification? Classification of the dye is totally depends upon the origin and chemical in nature. What class of that dyes? You forget about indigo. Just general only vat dyes. Vat dyes, the origin from where it has originated, whether it is artificial or natural or synthesized, and chemical nature. What type of chemical is contained? Whether it is anthraquinone or carbazole derivatives or anthraquinone derivatives or indigo derivatives. Indigo derivatives usually thioindigo. Thioindigo is one of the indigo class. and anthraquinone derivatives, that is synthetic, that is indaphrine, veeranna, algo, etc. and carbonyl derivatives, that is hydrogen blue. See, these are a class of the dyes mostly nowadays, so the popular vat dyes. Now in one of my video, hope you have visited that video or watched that video on reactive dyes. What is the difference between reactive dye and vat dye? In reactive dyes, the dye particle, whatever the color particle, enter into the fiber structure, that morphology, and directly react and making the bond with the polymer chain of the morphology of the fiber. That is chemically reacting. The chemical group of the dye is reacting with the polymerization of the fiber. So reaction takes place. Due to reaction, the bonding takes place. Though the fastness is very good, that is a very popular nowadays. It is used for all. So, but the fastness of the reactive dye is very good. At the same time, I am also saying that fastness of the vat dye is also very good, like reactive dye. Fastness of the washing fastness is also good for reactive dyes. Light fastness is also very good for vat dyes. Vat dye, reactive dye and vat dye both are good in wash fastness and light fastness. But the rubbing fastness of the vat dye is poor, but the rubbing fastness can be improved or have good in reactive dyes. You forget about the dark shades or light shades or middle shade. Normally I am telling. Okay, see, see, and more important here is in vatting, what is specialty of the vat dyeing? How the vat dye is applied? There are 3 stages are there in the application of the vat dyes. What are the 3 stages? First one is vatting, second one is dyeing, and third one is oxidizations. In these 3 stages, the fabric is got dyed, or say the fabric, the cotton fabric or cellulose fabric is dyed in this. Why these 3 stages? We are saying indigo is a natural. In the olden days, why this much of 3 stages used? Yes, in olden days also 3 stages are used. Why? Why vatting? What is vatting? What is dyeing? What is oxidization? See, first step, vatting. We go through this all. You can pause the video and take the notes or screenshot. Okay, vatting. See, vat dye may be indigo or synthesized indigo or whatever the color. This indigo or vat dye is originally, it is a water insoluble dye. Whatever the dye available in the market, vat dye available in the market or available from the naturally or artificially or whatever you take, what availability, that is water, its nature is like that. Water dye originally it is a water insoluble dye, means water, that dye is not soluble, like sugar soluble in milk, sugar soluble in milk, salt soluble in water, like that. This vat dye particles are not soluble in water. If you put the dye into the water, it will not dissolve. It will not dissolve. So, what to do? First, the dye has to convert this water insoluble dye particle into water soluble. Then only the aqueous solutions, the tub, the solution required for dyeing can be made to process. Then what are the processes there? The conversion of water insoluble dye into soluble form is called, that process is called vatting. Once again I am repeating, the process of converting water insoluble dye into a soluble form is called vatting. How means sometimes in olden days the technology was not so updated, not so developed. I am talking about the medieval story. Okay, in that what the people were, they were used to collect the juice of the indigo from the indigo tin juice from the indigo plant, or whatever plant, that is indigo plant juice is collected and put it on the well, that poured in the that is tub, that is vat, and it is allowed for some times for the process called fermentations. The fermentation, by the fermentation process, the water insoluble dye is converted into soluble dyes. In olden days, that is fermentation process. Fermentation, they will keep for long time that juice to convert, to make it soluble. Then they are using for dyeing. Okay, that is local dyeing. Okay, now we will discuss about the present technology. Okay, present technology, what is dyeing? You forgot fermentation is, that is old. Now, to make, see, this is the structure is there. You see here, this is the, whatever the chemical structure is there, indigo vat dye. This part, this top part is an indigo part. Whatever the in this indigo, this is the indigo dye, indigo vat dye. The chemical structure of indigo vat dye. These are the carbonizers. See, whatever C is there, the carbonizer. This is double bond. This is oxygen. This is nitrogen, hydrogen. This is NH group. This is NH group. The one indigo vat dye is containing oxygen, carbonizer, carbonyl groups, and NH. These are things is there. Okay. This is the structure of the indigo dyes. Okay. This is natural. This is anthropogenic. This is synthetic dyes. This is having this structure is there. This carbonyl groups, that is carbonyl groups, whatever C is there, O is there, these are group, these are there, no? Or the chromophores. Chromophores means the color material. The chromophore is the material, it is a thing or material producing the colors, color part of the dye, chromophores. Okay. So in vatting, what will happen? This C, carbonyl groups, OH groups is changed. This carbonyl totally is changing in vatting, when that may be fermentation or the vatting. In the it will change, the carbonyl groups is changed to this OH groups, hydroxyl groups. Okay. Then after some times, when it is reduced by using some alkali chemicals, it is again carbonyl hydroxyl groups is converted to sodium derivatives, that is ONA, C double bar ONA is a sodium derivatives. Before that it was C double bar OH, that is hydroxyl groups. Hydroxyl OH groups is converted into sodium derivatives in terms by the help of alkali. That is what type of alkali? That is sodium hydrosulfide. Sodium hydrosulfide is the alkali used for reduction of the dye particles to make it soluble. Okay. What are those? What is that chemical form of the alkali? What is that alkali? That is Na2S2O4. Na2S2O4. This is a sodium hydrosulfide alkali used to reduce the water insoluble dye into the soluble form under the dilute NaOH, sodium hydroxide solutions. Under dilute NaOH is required. In the presence of dilute NaOH, this alkali sodium hydrosulfide is helping to convert water insoluble dye to a soluble form. This process is called vatting, and See, once it is converted into soluble form, that soluble form of the batting is called leuco. It's called the leucoform. Okay, this is batting. And also, sometimes don't think that all dyes from all many some dyes, not all dyes are directly converted into a soluble form. They need some extra help, means extra agents are required. Sometimes some in cases of where the water insoluble dyes are easily not soluble, then dispersing agents are used. Dispersing agents are used by special dyeing machines. The specific dyeing machines padding by means of padding and dispersing agent. This conversion is made to happen. Okay. Anyway, the leucoform, that is soluble form of batting, is done in case of wadding. Then dyeing. Anyway, now the solution is ready to dye. That is, if the textile material is the raw form, but if the textile material is in the raw form, that which type of machine is used? Winch machines are there. If the dyeing is done for the cones, yarn cheeses or warp beams, that is the dyeing of yarns, for that what is used? Package dyeing is used, package or beam dyeing is used. And if the fabric open width fabric, if the open width fabric dyeing is there, that is what is required. Jigger machines are used. Like that, many in dyeing industries, it depends upon the form of the material, whether it is a raw form or yarn form or fabric form or fiber. Whatever depend upon the form of the material is machines are used. Okay, this is batting. Now I am coming to the important part is whether vat dye is used for not only for cellulosic or cotton fabric. Why not it is for silk? Why not it is for wool? Why not it is for polyester? Yes, this vat dye is used only, preferred widely for cellulosic fibers only, because the reason is this vatting is taken place in presence of alkali. The concentration of alkali is more in this dyeing of the vat dyes cotton fabrics. This process of dyeing, concentration of the alkali is more. Okay, this higher concentration of the alkali will damage the protein fibers. Like wool is a protein fibers, silk is a protein fibers. Like others also will damage. It will spoil. Aging will take. It will not suitable for those. But cellulose fiber will resist that alkalis. You know the properties of cotton fiber. Cotton fiber resist alkali strongly. Cotton fiber resist alkali very strongly. Even mild acid also it will resist. So sometimes in dyeing, sometimes acids also used for dyeing of vat dyes. Okay, in dyeing, the next okay, once this leucoform soluble form is okay, next what is the dyeing of fabric. Now in dyeing, I'm going to short this video, but even though 30 minutes is required for dyeing, so important in dyeing industry is the level of the dyeing leveling of the dyeing, means the dye exhaustion take place equally, no evenly. The dye has to be, the fabric has to absorb dye whole throughout the width of fabric or throughout whatever the bottom form shape of the material, it has to exhaust evenly. The dye has to absorb evenly whole fabric, widthwise or lengthwise. Uneven dyeing, uneven leveling will not be accepted, it will be rejected at the customer end. important point here in vat dyeing, the one has to concentrate is leveling of the dyeing. That is, proper even exhaustion should be taken care. Why? How? By taking care in the process. Okay, how to maintain? Usually everybody knows, even that global salt or common salts are used, okay, to maintain the even dyeing of the places or maintain the concentrations of the solutions. These are required. Even sometimes sodium carbonate and soap, some it was used. And also sometimes material to liquor ratio is also one of the important factor in maintaining the evenness of the dyeing. Material liquor, in case of shade, it also depends upon the shade, what shade, whether dark shade or medium shade or lighter shade or brilliant shades, whatever the shade, depends upon that the material to liquor ratio is adjusted. Even low liquor ratios also help in leveling of the fabric and other things. Instead of the global salt, common salt, even sodium carbonate, these are the extra additions or added. Only the aim is to achieve good quality of dyeing, proper even leveling of the is required. Okay, this is about the dye. It's a common. Okay, next, very important, the next step is the third step. After dyeing is take place. In dyeing, what will happen? The already soluble form of the dye entering into the fiber structure. In dyeing, what will happen? Already in wetting, water insoluble dye is converted into soluble form. That soluble form is entering into the fiber structure in the dyeing process. Once it is entered, once it is leveled, the dye is absorbed inside into the fiber structure, okay, then you think that it's a the dye is in the water soluble. If leave like that and dry the fabric, sent for drying, what will happen? The bleeding of color is taking place. When it is washed, it will come out. So what is required? Again, but whatever the soluble form of vat dye is there, they entered into the fiber structure, that is not a vat dye. That is soluble form of the vat dye. Again, it has to reconvert into the original dye is required. That is to be done. Once the color entered, soluble form of the color entered into the fiber structure, then that dyed fabric having soluble form of the color dye, that is allowed for oxidization process. Okay, in oxidation process, the vat dye gone inside, it is again reconverted into water insoluble form. Okay, if it converted inside only, inside the fiber only, it will take its original stage, that is water insoluble, so that it is bonded inside. Once it is become insoluble, again it takes its original position, so that it will bond by hydrogen bonds or van der Waals bonding. It will lock it inside. That is trapped inside. It will not come out. The color particle will not come out once it is locked. Okay, understood? Once the soluble form of the vat is gone inside, it is by the process of oxidization, it is converted into its original stage, that is original water insoluble form. That original in water insoluble form makes it is trapped inside and locked inside by means of hydrogen bond or van der Waals bond, so that it will not come. Because it is not coming out, the fastness of fastness to light is very good. Okay, but fastness to rubbing is poor, because on the surface it is not like a reactive dyes permanently reacted. It is gone and trapped, locked inside only. so it is not disturbed. Even if dipped in water, color will not come. Exposed to sunlight, color will not come up. But if you rub it, chances are there. Okay. See, this is structure is there. This is the original indigo dye is there. See, Na2SO4, sodium hydrosulfide, when it is add with in the water stage, in the wetting stage, it is when it is react with the H2O, 2 parts of H2O, okay, then it will give 2 NaHSO3, sodium hydrocarbonate. So that 2 NaHO3 plus 2H. Here, this 2H is there. No, this 2H will help to make water insoluble, and this structure is converted to this structure under NaOH solution. Again, it is taken here. This soluble form is there. This total, sorry, this is total is the indigo dye is there. This is total the insoluble form of indigo dyes. When in the alkali NaOH stage, and this 2H, because of 2H, then this OH hydroxyl group converted into Na group, that is sodium derivatives. This becomes the soluble form. This is a soluble form. This soluble form once entered into the fiber structure, again by means of oxidation, again it is reconverted into indigo, into original position inside the fiber. Before it was out, how it was, so it is trapped. This structure is there. This is the special understanding of the vat adding is there. Okay. See, vatting, dyeing and oxidization is there. Main, this is the symbol, the vat dye is there. Compared to acid dye, compared to reactive dye or base dye or sulfur dye, this is the oldest one dye used since 1000 years. It is popular, okay, only mainly for cellulosic fibers. It's best suitable for cellulosic fibers. And second is indigo. This vat dyeing method and indigo used for denims. Denim yarns. How first denim yarns used? Because denim fabrics are yarn dyed fabrics. Whatever the warp, colored warp is there, blue color warps are there, that is indigo dyed, that is dyed yarns are dyed by vat dyeing methods. Okay, in denim, number of blue shades are achieved. Okay, how they are achieving? For each and every dip, the first process, if you take out from the vat dyeing, one shade will be there. Okay, that shade, if that is okay, then second. For second, if second dip, that one shade will be there. Third dip, shades are changing. Like that, different shades can be achieved. Blue shades can be achieved by this vatting for the yarns. So denims can, number of blue shades you are observing. And one more important point here is the benefit. One more important economical point is it cannot be, even vat dyeing can be preferred for continuous dyeing instead of batch dyeing. Batch dyeing is a costlier. So for cheap and economical purpose, it is continuously, it can be dyed for bulk productions. Okay, this is a small brief explanation, the introduction I gave. Lot of subjects will be there, vat dyes, because whatever the video clip, in our YouTube video clip, whatever topics I am giving, that is only the summary. That is not, I can say, but I am not giving like in the books or any theory or some things. Okay, this is introductions. And not only textile technologist, anybody can understand this. Okay, hope you understand on this. Okay, anything I left? Nothing I left. This is not preferred for wool silk because of the high concentration of the alkalis. Okay, I hope I have not left anything. Okay, anything means lot of subject is there. I left more subject, but here what I decided to present in this video, that I covered. Okay, if required, if more knowledge is there, you can refer any source at your end. Hope you have understood this small topic on vat dye. Please subscribe my channel. Those who are not yet subscribed, please like it, okay, and share it to your friends. Already many people are sharing in Googles, in WhatsApp. There, wherever countries are there, their own sharings are going on. My videos are running in most of the countries. Okay, please give your comments and encourage me. Okay, thank you very much.